Morning all, Saturday the 17th of February, and I've just pulled up to the office. I'm going to run in quickly and grab a bit of gear. Today I am heading to a member's house. A little bit of different content. We're going to try and get out to a few members' houses over the next kind of few months so that people, whether you're a member or not a member, can see what matched betting on a Saturday looks like. What does it look like to follow the system? What does it look like to consistently make a profit? What do they do between races? How are they turning bonuses over? How do they set up their day? We're going to show you all of it. So I'm going to run in quickly, grab some gear, and then we'll get straight to their house. I'm not used to someone being in the office before me. What are you doing in here?
Yo.
What are you doing?
Fixing up the Platinum Squad content.
What does that mean?
The course needs a bit of a, what would you call it, touch up. So been working on that for the last couple of weeks. And
so some new videos, new content.
New videos, bit of,
do all the
topics.
Platinum Squad members that are current get that?
Yeah, you get that for life. So anything that's changed or added, you always get. So yeah.
Fill up. All right, well, I'm going to Marnus's house.
That's going to be interesting. So
have a good one. All right, it's about midday and I'm driving to our member's house now. Now this member is Marnus. Marnus has been a member of the Platinum Squad and the system for about 12 months, I believe. And I think he's made around about $11,000 profit, give or take. I think he took a month or so off as well to head overseas. Now, a little bit about Manus. Manus was your typical mug punter, right? He's not somebody that just started match betting. He'd never punted before. He used to lose on the punt. I'm hoping today he will share a bit more about his story and what that looked like previously before becoming a matched bettor. Now, the reason that we're going to a member's house today, and I'm going to make an effort to get out to more members' houses over the next few months, is to show you guys what a match betting setup looks like, to show you what these guys do between races, to show you that this isn't something where you have to be locked in, you're stuck at home, you can't do anything. And I want you to see how everybody does it a little bit differently. So hopefully you gain heaps out of today. And if you have any questions or you want to see something new in this type of content, leave a comment in the YouTube comments below and I'll make sure I include it in the next one. Tay Tay's in town, and this is one of my favorite songs, and I dedicate this one to Lenny. All right, it's about 20 minutes till race one. I'm now at Marnus's house. We'll roll in and let's see what happens today. All right, so here we are. We're at Marnus's house.
what's going on?
How are you, big fella?
Yeah, pretty good. And you?
I'm all right. What's got here? So it's about 8 minutes until race one. Looks like you're working hard. What are we doing here? Watching the NBA, okay.
The NBA.
And what's here? Can you run me through what this is?
So this is my my prep for the day.
What are you basing that
I
on?
try and use every account that I've got once or twice.
Okay.
And then obviously the ones with a bit more sustainability or ones that I think I can get away with, I might have to use 3 times.
And you're basing that off the promo list that comes out on a Saturday morning?
Yeah. I usually just get it up. I'll start here and then I'll run through. I'll do my Eagle Farm.
Yep.
And then I'll go to my Randwick.
Yep.
And then I'll go to my Flemington.
Yep.
And then I will write how many times I've used every bookie on the right.
Yeah, sick. With your promo list, like when you've planned this, how long does that take you in the morning?
That probably takes me about no more than 10 minutes.
And how much time do you reckon that saves you on a Saturday? Like, so when the tips come out, they're about to come out for Randwick race 1.
Heaps. So I've already got my mint and my Ned set up on the races.
So you're like ready to go to place the bets. And those are the ones that you've written down here. So you've got mint and Ned's race 1 and you've got the apps ready to go.
Yeah, and
you've got the tipping channel here. Alright, so there's the tipping channel, first race. We've got a unit on Shangri-La Express. Big boy placed the bet. Nice. So that's taken you all of about 14 seconds.
Yep.
Plenty of time. And there are no more tips. So that's race 1. Easy as you like. What are you doing here?
I'm asking into the Discord about the mint bet. Getting the text for 2nd and 3rd back, but then not having the MVP on mint bet, seeing if anyone else has also got a similar problem.
So the Discord, for people that might not be aware, so all the members are in the Discord, right? And people are sharing where they're getting promos, where they're not, how they get them activated. Should they ask people stuff on the chat? Do they get bonuses here? Do they get bonuses there? It's a handy tool. This is what, the spreadsheet?
Yeah, this is a spreadsheet. So I've already pre-filled in my Neds and Sports bet. It's going to potentially be $50 units.
Yeah.
And then I'll
And can you pull up the promo list so people can see like the actual promo list in the tipping channel, so they know how many units are going to get outlaid today?
So we're looking at Flemington race 2, so we know it's white, which is 2.
Correct. Nice. And that's what a promo list looks like. So you're just like ready, like, so if another tip comes through, you can just hammer that on.
Yeah. So yeah,
There
that's
you go,
already
half
there.
a unit.
I just go.
Here's Larry. Marnus, the great man. How long have you been a member? So you're a Platinum Squad and a system member.
Yeah.
How long have you been a member for?
Since February last year.
Okay. And what's the rough profit figure, like ballpark?
Around 11K.
Okay, nice. And you had a month or so off,
Yeah.
holiday, break.
So, yeah, December, January.
Yep.
Took off.
Nice.
And then also during the year, like I wasn't following every Saturday, so
Yep.
there was probably a few Saturdays out there where I left
Nice.
it.
And when the Saturdays that you are following, is this what we're doing today, like a standard Saturday, or are you sometimes out and about? Like, what does it normally look like?
Usually I'm at home.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm out and about, like I've been to the pub and stuff like that, and I'll still tip then.
Yep.
It's just about prepping it, so getting my sheet and
Yep.
making sure I know which bookies I'm going to be putting on.
We've got a couple of bonuses from the first couple of races.
Yeah.
How do you convert those into risk-free profit? Like, what's the process for you normally?
So I just jump on, see what race is next on. I'll try and do it in between races.
Yep.
Just so it looks like, and I usually try and do it actually like the next race or two, so it looks like I've punted. And then
makes sense.
use my bonus straight away because it was there.
By the end of the race day, will you have all your bonuses turned over?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
And that saves you obviously a shit ton of time.
Yeah, like there's nothing more annoying than having to turn them over on a Sunday.
What would you be averaging approximately bonus turnover, do you reckon? Like mid-70s?
Yeah, 74%.
Yeah, nice.
So,
Fucking fill up. So what have you done there? You've just had a $50 cash bet on Yuri Royale, and then you've laid it at $2.36.
yeah.
That is called efficiency. And what's the purpose of that? Why are you doing that? You're going to lose money doing that.
I'm doing it for sustainability.
Nice.
So like
What does that mean?
I want to make it look like I'm not just promo abusing, essentially.
Yep. So to mint bet, they think you're punting this.
Yeah.
But in reality, you've laid it. So regardless of the result, you're going to lose like, $1 or so. But ultimately, that's a way in which you can get lots of bets that aren't on promotional markets on your accounts to look like that you're just a genuine mug on a Saturday.
Yeah.
You've done that super well, mate. Very impressed. What happened with that non-promo bet that you just placed?
So that I just placed that and it lost, which is perfect. And then that was a
So
loss
why is that? So someone watching this, why is that perfect? You just placed a bet, should I say, in quotations, and you lost. Why is that good?
Because essentially I've laid it on Betfair for a loss of only $2.50.
Yep. So the money's out of Mintbet, gone, lost. Mintbet think you're a loser.
Yeah.
But ultimately the money's just ended up in your Betfair account.
Yeah, 100%. So that's exactly what's happening.
How much time do you reckon you spend during the week doing non-promo bets on sport?
If I was to do all these 20 accounts using two-way Dutching, I'll be able to do it in about 40 minutes. I could get 2 to 3 actual bets on.
Yeah, okay.
On every account.
Fuck yeah, efficient as.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, there we go. So we've got one unit on Marshall Music, number 8. And that's done. Jeez, that's quick. And then you're getting up your second bookie that you're about to use.
Yeah.
So that when the second tip comes through, which it has now, a unit on number 4, Rebel Dean. And then you just go to the second account, which you've already got it up. And you've just got that on. So you've just placed 2 bets on those in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And you're watching the celebrity game.
Interesting.
So you're doing this while the race is running. Are you someone that gets like super invested in the race?
I'm only really invested in the last 300 meters, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I think like whilst this is all happening, you can just put your sustainability or like whatever you're doing on.
Get it in the spreadsheet.
Yeah, get it in the spreadsheet just to make it easier.
100%.
We look good here.
So what's that? First and third?
That's first and third. Yeah.
Nice. That's a good result. What were they paying?
It's a great result. So Marshall Music was paying $420.
Yeah.
And Rebel Dean was paying $440.
So we've got a unit win 420 and then a bonus back on the other thing paying 440.
Yeah.
Nice. Easy as.
So I've got 2 set up, ready to go.
Are they both for cash? So you're looking cash essentially, Betfair.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. That's a good way of doing it. So you got 2 bookies open with the stake in there, and you're just monitoring the odds.
Yeah.
Monitoring Betfair. While you're doing that, I'm just going to commentate. Essentially, you've got on this race at Morfettville, you've ended up turning over a bonus bet. So you've got a $50 bonus bet turned over, and you've got $100 of cash non-promo on this race as well. You're just doing that between races all day when you set up here.
Yeah.
So Ramwick race 3, you just had half a unit on Phase Angel, and now we're just sitting here. There you go. And then there's half a unit on number 10, Magic Pharaoh. Then you've got it up, and then you just punch it in.
Just going to make sure that says the bonus back.
Yep. So you got plenty of time. Yep. So you made sure the right promo's on, and then you got Magic Pharaoh, and you're gonna have $25 on it. $6. Nice. You told us before you've made about 11 grand from kind of your match betting over the last 11 or 12 months doing it.
Yeah.
What were you doing before that?
So I took about a year, I'd say about a year or so off, maybe a year and a half off betting.
Yep.
Just being an absolute degenerate.
Okay. So the year and a half before you joined System Hustler,
yeah,
you didn't do any betting.
No, I'd stopped.
Yeah,
Obviously
okay.
It was getting too out of hand.
Yeah.
And then so before that though, I was massive into sport.
Yeah.
And then horse racing is what made me undone essentially.
As in terms of punting.
Punting wise,
okay.
yeah. So sports punting, I would do a lot of that on the weekends. Obviously AFL, NRL, and then the horses would come around in Spring Carnival. And
what would a standard Saturday look like for you, like at the pub with the lads, or what is it like? What did it look like?
So my mates here don't punt, and obviously it was COVID and stuff like that. So like I'd be sitting at home, would have Super Saturday on.
Yep.
I'd put my bets on as the games are coming out essentially, or like if I saw some value in a sport.
Yep.
Like a line or something like that.
Yep.
But at the peak, it was getting to about no less than $1,000 for.
You'd bet $1,000 a day.
No, like $1,000 a bet.
A bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd pick like Rooster's line at $1,000.
Okay.
At $1.90, or I'd pick like Rabbitohs, or I'd put multis on. For instance, like an easy one I remember is Manly Sea Eagles line at like -18, another 1,000 at -20, and another 1,000 at -22 with 2 try scorers.
Okay.
That was peak.
You're like a different man since then. Like that's 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
But like what has changed in your life? Nothing to do with profit, but what's changed in your life since doing that compared to like now?
Like so much more time. I was constantly on Sportsbet, just like looking for odds. If I had a bad day, I'm back in the 1 and 8 at the next dog race.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of thing, trying to get some money back. Changing that whole mindset.
In terms of your punting?
Changing that whole mindset, like, freed up so much time and just made me so, like, less stressed, essentially, just because, it was bad when you get your big
100%.
loss. Like, it was just so tough sometimes. The first couple of months that I picked it up again, I profited, like, a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And then essentially lost the profit that I'd earned.
Yeah, okay. That. What do you reckon your lifetime before joining System, Hustler, whatever, before your break, what do you reckon lifetime profit and loss would have been punting? Ballpark.
Like tens of thousands lost.
Yeah, okay.
For sure.
So when you reflect back on that, compared to like what you're doing now, do you like just look back at that and think, fuck, like do you look at punters like in the pub and shit and go, I fully get that, I want to do that again? Or do you look at it and go, I can't believe that I used to do that?
I'm a bit like 50-50. Like I honestly, it was some of the best thrills ever. But then again, you just like, it's just such an easy way to just ruin lives. And I just can't, I look at it now and I'm like, it's just, there's no point.
Yeah,
like, we're going to lose in the long run. Unless you've got some kind of structure and like, you don't obviously let your emotion take over, which like, man, there was times where I would be punting and it'd be like 2 hours where I'd like obviously be on the beers all day, all night, and then I'd zone back in. I think I zoned back in and I'd actually flushed around. It was like I'd put $12,000 from my bank into the punting, and then I actually had $19,000 of sports bet coming out.
Yeah.
But I had to ring him and be like, fuck, I didn't even realise I did that.
Yeah, okay.
Like that's...
Just on tilt.
It was just like, fuck, like that just happened.
I appreciate you sharing that because I think that's massively powerful for a lot of people. I think the question from there would be like, how do you go from having $1,000 bets to then joining a system where they tell you to bet fucking $10 or $20? Like, how did you go with that initially?
It was like, I understood it because it's like, it's the whole point of it. It's like, you're not making your profit in the first 6 months. Like, you're obviously making profit, but you're not making your profit in the first 6 months. Like, you're trying to get yourself to like 6 to 12 or like 12 months past where like, your accounts are fully like up and running. You've got, everything down packed.
Yeah.
it's hard. Like, obviously, you're sitting there for like every weekend or a month, and like you've got lads chumping in, being like, "Yeah, just do fucking 2K this day."
Yeah, correct. And they're like obviously longer term members,
Yeah.
and now you've been here for like 12 months.
Like,
You can kind of see
the
10 path there.
10 unit day was $200. Their
Yeah.
10 unit day was $2,000.
Yeah, yeah.
So like that was that was pretty shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now it's like steaming though. Like 11K. I went to Fiji. Like,
Yeah, nice.
We paid for that using punting. I use this as a savings account.
Yeah,
So
that's sick. What would you say to people that know, or they listen to that and go, fuck, I can resonate with that. Maybe I'm not betting as much as Marnus was, but like I'm betting fucking all the time, sitting on sports bet, I'm setting up multis, I'm losing money every week.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say to him, like as a former punter who's done that? Like, what would you say to him?
I talk to my mates about this. Like, I don't know. Like, for instance, I did it was like $23,000 or $24,000 in profit, which is great. Like, that's, doing it by myself. That was in the span of 3 months. I also lost $24,000 in a day. So like, it's like, it's just not worth it. Like, it belts you when you're down, and then all of a sudden it's like, if I hadn't.
What made you stop though? How did you do that?
I had some conversations with some people that that obviously
brought on by you or by other people?
Brought on by me. Like, I had some
that's
conversations with one of my best mates from back at home, a couple from here. I even had a conversation with my partner around it. Obviously, like, no one really knows like how much you've done and stuff like that unless you like fully open up to it. But like,
fully true. Like, no one would really know.
No.
Everyone can hide their punting. Like, unless they can see your bank account, no one has a clue.
Yeah, no one had an idea. People, like, they knew that bet was on.
Yeah.
They didn't know what the stake was.
Do you think since you made that change, had those combos, do you reckon it was like, do you reckon you live a better life, or is everything the same, you just don't punt?
No, it's all better. Like, for instance, I had to stop for a while, obviously, and then to be honest, the first day I came back, which is I think about 5 months before I joined the system, my ego took over and I actually did Mars like a few thousand
on the punt. Yeah,
like
after your break.
After my break, I did Mars straight away, and I was like, well, clearly I can't trust myself to actually do this.
Yeah, that's huge.
So then I had to have those conversations with my partner and stuff like that. And the way I've gone about it now is like, feel free to look at my bank statement, feel free to look at my, my spreadsheet, my betting accounts, whatever. Like, it'll all be right down. So if you want to have a look, you can.
Epic.
Which obviously then holds you accountable for not punting your ass.
Yeah.
Like,
do you reckon you could hold yourself accountable without like having a system and at least going through that process, having a coach for a period of time, without pumping up my own tires, like speaking to me? Or do you reckon you would have just eventually stopped punting altogether?
You gotta have like some kind of discussions with people who are doing it in similar. Like, it's, man, like, for instance, people complain, about the fucking, we go down 5 units.
What did you message me last week?
Yeah, fucking, these need to stop whinging. Fucking bunch of pussies, and put them in timeout.
And then JP did a podcast on it. Telling people to stop sooking.
Yeah, it's just like, mate, you could have been, like, for instance, I was down, $400?
Yeah.
What was it, 8 units, 7 units?
$50 punter, $350, $400.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And then like Wednesday it bounced back. I think it was like 500. We almost went 10 units.
Yeah.
So like, you just got to like ride it out.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing that, because I think that's massive for not only like yourself. Like, when people share that with their partner or tell people, then like you're instantly a bit more accountable.
Yeah.
But then also like people that are watching this that would be punting and losing, or not telling their partner, or hiding them, or feeling the same way that you felt. I think that's going to give them maybe a kick up the arse that they need to go and have that conversation, or to think about it a bit more. So really appreciate you sharing that. So we got a unit on the leader and a unit on second.
As long as nothing comes from the back, we're alright.
But we're on this thing, aren't we?
Yep.
Nice.
No. It's perfect.
That's matched. Nice.
Are they matched?
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
So you've just turned that bonus over.
Yeah.
And will you do multiple bonuses on one race, or do you usually do one bonus, one race?
No, I do multiple race.
So we've got 4 or 5 bonuses this afternoon so far.
Yeah.
And I've watched you and filmed you turn a couple over, but you'll get them all turned over, before the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
100%.
So let's see if we can go again. So you got 100 bonus off on this race. Bang.
Yeah.
Nice. Within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice. Got 2 bonuses on this Morphettville race, and you're just punching them back into the spready.
Yeah.
Smooth operation here. Members can take some notes. In the tipping channel, JP said that there's a 20-minute break, and I'm watching old mate Marnus here in this break. We've turned over 100 bonus on the first race of the break, and then he's telling me that he's going to go, if I wasn't here, he'd go and eat. He said he'd go and give his missus a little kiss and a cuddle. He said he'd go pat the dog, and then he'd just get straight back into it. So for those wondering what happens between races, we've been shooting the shit, watching a bit of the NBA, turning bonuses over, getting non-promo bets on, and I mean, it doesn't look like he's working up a sweat based on what I'm seeing. It's pretty chill and easy, and this is a member that's been following for 12 months, right? So this is what I would expect it to look like, and everything has gone exactly as I kind of had expected. So hopefully those watching that have been here for a year or so, your day would look similar. And for those that are brand new, this is what it will look like. If you're feeling like it's frantic or it's flat out or you're stressed on a race day, this is what it looks like a year into the operation. It's pretty fucking laid back. And once you understand how it all works, it becomes second nature, and you're seeing that in full flight today. You're a big NRL man.
Yeah, it's massive.
Happy for it to be back.
Oh god, yeah.
So on a Saturday, if NRL was on, like between races, if you've got bonuses turned over, accounts in good order, you just be watching that.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the members who do you support?
Chookies, Roosters, and Swannies, mate.
Because there's a fair few members that love the NRL.
Yeah, it's
Roosters.
good.
Are Roosters hated?
If
you don't go for them, are they hated?
I'd say they're not very liked.
Are they the Collingwood of the NRL?
Yeah, it's because we got everyone reckons we got a sombrero, and we pretty much get all the superstars.
So at the moment we're watching the NRL. Eagles line's about to jump, and now we've got a unit on democracy. Just gonna hammer that on there. Sorted. We've got a review here at the NRL. What's all happening? Is this the office or the doghouse?
The doghouse and the office.
Doghouse? How often are you in here?
The actual doghouse.
You surf?
I used to surf back in the day.
Yeah.
Fucking suck out of those.
You're from Sydney, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you moved down to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Fell in love.
Yeah.
Etc. etc.
Yeah.
So you got 50 bonus at 6, and then you've laid it at 620.
Yeah,
absolutely. And you've underlaid it as per the instructions. You got $40 stake there, 620. That's an absolute fill up. You've been hammering these off today.
Yeah, it's just about like fucking trying to wait and like line it up.
When you were doing this, like in your first couple of months, you weren't doing it anywhere near as efficiently as this, right?
Nah.
But you're much better at it now.
Yeah, 100%. To be fair though, like I wouldn't do multiple bonuses on one race. I'd do one race, one bonus,
of course,
just to get used to it.
Yeah.
And I'd do the same thing that I've been doing today, but it's like now I can probably go and do another one. Like if I find another odd, I'll just be able to chuck it on.
Yeah. And that just comes with practice, I assume, hammering it over and over again. Yeah, nice. It's been elite watching you do them today. You've been punching them out. So what have you just done there?
So I just did another one.
Yeah.
I've got all shook up at $11.40, 400 liability.
And what'd you back it up?
And I've got 50 on it at $10, so $4.50, which means it'd be...
So you've got 100 bonus on this race again now.
Yeah.
And you've done that all in, what, another minute? So we're about halfway through the tipping day today, and I'm about to race off. But I wanted to ask you, so you've made like 11 grand since you started. You've been doing it for 12 months. You've obviously got plans and a setup now to go and take it a bit more seriously over the next 12 months. What's the goal for you? Like, what would a successful 12 months look like?
Like, I think I'm looking for like a 20k prof.
Yeah, nice.
So I think that's from all the sort of services and stuff like that. That's what I'm looking to get.
When you say all the services, what else are you?
I want to jump into the sports service this year. And it's just I'm trying to focus more on like horse non-promo sustainability.
So 20k over the next 12 months is the goal.
Yeah.
All right, I'll look forward to checking back in with you at the end, and then you can buy me a beer.
Yeah.
Cheers, Manus. So that's me done for the day with Marnus. Hopefully you got a bit more of an insight into what it looks like being a member of the community. Not just following the tips or what's happening between races, but also where our members have come from, what their punting habits were before being part of the community, before finding out about match betting, before understanding what's actually possible, and then how it's changed their lives, how it's changed their outlook on punting, how it's kind of set them up for the future. And it was quite eye-opening. And I know Marnus on a personal level. We're not best mates by any means, but you know, we've known each other for a few years now, and for him to be able to share and be vulnerable about kind of the situation that he was in prior to joining the community and where he's at now, it's just testament to him. And I hope that there are people out there, whether you're part of the community or you have no idea what we do, but this has popped up on your YouTube or your Instagram, I hope that by seeing that and hearing Manus' story, it prompts you to think a bit differently about your punting, or it prompts you to make a change, or to share how you're going with your partner or your mates, and have someone to hold you accountable. If it's us, if you want us to hold you accountable, you know, send us a message, write in the comments on YouTube, send us an email, whatever it may be. But take something from that today, not just about how much money can be made from match betting, but also around what changes you can make to your life if you get control of your punting. Hope you enjoyed it, and there'll be another one soon. Cheers, guys.
So if you want to learn what match betting is and how to get started, there's a free course linked directly in the YouTube description. It goes for 60 minutes. It contains a number of videos explaining how it all works and how you can get started for free today.